Dire team ban. Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team's turn to ban. Radiant team ban.
Alright, so the first two bans, kind of obvious. We have signature heroes for Half Crusader and for Ceres banned out. Then we have Bane banned out, who's, I guess, just really annoying in lane.
Dire team ban.
And then they followed up with Night Stalker.
10 seconds remaining.
Strong Roamer. I'm not sure if anybody on Mousehero's team
5 seconds
plays
remaining.
it.
Radiant team's turn
It's
to
a pretty
ban.
good hero to get rid of. They
Dire
banned Shadow
team's turn
Fiend,
to pick.
Agony Special. He's a very strong Shadow Fiend player, so I guess Tim doesn't, or not Tim, Mickey
Radiant
doesn't want to
team's
see
turn
it in
to
the
pick.
mid lane and have to like go against it. And then finally, the last ban for Nikhyuga's team is Brewmaster, which I guess is just a hero they don't really want to play with. Maybe it hurts their strategy. I guess actually no,
10
Dustfinger X
seconds
played
remaining.
Brew last week and he had a really good showing, or maybe a couple weeks ago, but he had a really good showing on
5
it. Now
seconds
slowly
remaining.
coming back to me. People asking if I'm streaming. Yes.
Radiant team's turn to pick. Dire team's turn to pick.
Naga Siren.
And then we have... So we have Mousehero open with the Shadow Shaman pick. It's one of Ceres' heroes, so you kind of got to get that before all of them get banned out. And then it looks like Nikhyuga's opening with the same thing they went
10
with last
seconds
week, and
remaining.
which they did in a scrim last week, the Rubik Naga Siren.
5 seconds remaining.
Strategy
Radiant
seems to work
team
really
ban.
well for them. Since we've had a week to think about it, hopefully Mousehero has considered what he needs to do against this. It looks like he feels that Chen is the pick here. Maybe.
10
Let's see, so
seconds
Chen,
remaining.
what does he do? You can do the send back nonsense in the off lane.
5 seconds
Gives your off
remaining.
laner a much better time because that means that the first
Dire
wave's
team's
going to get
turn
to his
to ban.
tower. You could do mid Chen like Ara has done, and you kind of win your lane, but I'm not convinced that it's worth it. If you pick up a bunch of siege creeps, it sort of synergizes with the Shadow Shaman push. But
Radiant team ban.
we'll see how it pans out. So we got a sniper ban to follow up, and then since it's an OD counter, Mickey counters with the OD ban right away.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to ban.
So Nikhyuga bans Juggernaut. Juggernaut is not bad
Radiant
against Naga
team's
Siren.
turn
I
to
mean, I
pick.
guess it's a big plus that if he's spinning, sort of gets a free avoid the Song of the Siren kind of thing. But other than that, I don't know that there's anything specific that he offers against this strategy.
10 seconds remaining.
Pretty good against Tidehunter though. I don't know
5
if they're going
seconds
to pick Tide as an
remaining.
offlaner. He's also pretty good against Centaur. But it looks like they opt to go with Beastmaster this time instead. Mickey had banned out the PL.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Looks like he's going to go with Viper. Okay. It's Kruger and Hero, I believe. Seen him play a lot of Viper in this league.
Seconds remaining.
think it's probably a
5
good pick.
seconds remaining.
I mean, you sort of shut down someone's lane, so then they need to extend the game, but you've already got 2 heroes that are designed to push early that you've picked up, so it synergizes. But if they pick too many early game heroes, then their timing window gets pretty tight. Whereas like Beastmaster Naga can basically slow the game down and rat forever. Becomes a little bit of an issue.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Nikhyuga follows us up with a Medusa pick.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Is this good or bad? If they run Medusa mid, what happens against Viper? Let's see. I think at like level 1 through 3, Viper has a strong advantage. Because the Mystic Snake damage is kind of low, and Medusa's got pretty low EHP at low levels. So if you have Shadow Shaman come by, or you have some Chen creeps, fairly easy to gank her. But are they just trying to bait out like a bad anti-mage pick? Because this is not really like a good anti-mage game, right? You don't want to get caught out by any of these 3 heroes.
Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team ban.
They banned the anti-mage actually, okay. I think that picking anti-mage would have been a little questionable anyway, so. Okay. But what do we see from Mickey? I mean, could always toss Viper in the safe lane and pick Invoker, but I'm not sure if anyone on that team picks and plays Invoker.
5 seconds remaining.
You could... Could just go all in on pushing towers and pick Drow Ranger here. And say, you know, whatever, Medusa's there, but we'll just end it before she becomes dangerous.
Dire team's turn to pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So actually the last ban for Mickey was Puck.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Lycan.
Okay, so Lycan does kind of the same thing, right? You can get the Dominator at 5 minutes, get the Catapult, you start pushing towers immediately, and then you just try to finish the game before Medusa comes online.
10 seconds remaining.
Right, because this team, I don't think outfarms Medusa in the late game.
5
Like once she gets
seconds
going,
remaining.
she's gonna be able to kill all of them. But can they hold long enough for that to be the case? Like,
Choose your hero.
I guess we'll find out. Alright, well, so they last pick a CK. I think this is fine. I think it works, right? I mean, because CK doesn't need too many items. You can just kind of do alright in lane and then start running around like mauling people while Medusa farms, so makes sense. Pick makes sense to me at least. But is it enough to slow down this massive push train? I don't know. I think that I think I'm gonna give Mickey the draft advantage here. I think that's my prediction, is that Mousehero's team wins. But if the game goes past, let's say 35 minutes. Yeah, we'll say 35 minutes. If it goes past 35 minutes, I think that Nikhyuga wins.
Prepare for
But if
battle.
they can close it down before then, no problem. Got a mango. GG. Actually, he doesn't need a mango. You don't really need to get stick on that hero. Just rush Helm of the Dominator. Alright, so we've got Mousehero playing Lycan, Cyrus playing Shadow Shaman, Krugeran playing Mid Viper, Gallo playing offlane Underlord, and Dustfinger playing Chen. So he's going to be sending back the offlane creeps in the first lane, which is great because it secures that first wave for the Underlord, and he's guaranteed to get level 2. On the other side, we've got Elite Oracle playing the safe lane CK, Nikhyuga playing Rubik again. I think he's been able to play Rubik most of the past
30
weeks,
seconds
so
to battle.
very comfortable on that hero. We've got the position 4 Naga. Forget what this guy's name is in the league, but currently he's using Arteezy memes as his name. We got Calf Crusader on Beastmaster, I believe playing offlane, and Agony playing the mid Medusa.
The battle's starting.
A little bit of action by the bottom rune, but nothing too exciting. Yeah, see, this is the great thing about Chen, right? You try to block the creeps, and then if you miss one, you just send it back. And then it's like it never happened. Meanwhile, we got the dual lane here. Naga zoning the Viper pretty well. She's got really high armor, of course, but does have some magic damage from his Q. Trades pretty well. And none of the Radiant creeps died, so he actually still gets his full wave of experience. While Agony had to split some of the first wave, so he doesn't get the advantage. Got the dual offlane Chen and Underlord versus Rubik. CK. Not 100% what I expected, but I think maybe Chen just soaks level 2. He's continuing to send back creeps. This is just really annoying. But it's going to end up with like yeah, this is actually really annoying because it denies a bunch of experience to this guy, or it delays the experience. Right? And then he decides to pick up the troll. Good hero for harassing people with the net, kind of helps set up some kills. Looks like some shit went down here. All these trees are missing. Beastmaster must have just axed them. Got some opportunities, I think, for Cyrus to be harassing the Beastmaster, but not quite giving him the clicks all that often. Grabs the Naga. gonna have first blood here for sure. Alright. Naga goes down. Mickey turns around, but I don't think he can go on Beastmaster, actually. He doesn't have a salve anymore either, so he's gotta wait for a new one to come out. Chen moving into position in the mid lane. He's got that Ensnare Creep ready to go on the Medusa as soon as she walks out of tower range. We actually do lose the Underlord in the bottom lane. Looks like Naga TP'd down here for this one. Chen's still waiting. Oh, there he goes. Naga's moved too far forward and they found her. But Viper's not attacking. Oh, because he has 10 HP. JK, my bad. But Chen still gets the kill.
I send you back to the promised land.
Good play. Good patience from Chen, waiting until the Medusa was out of position. What we got going on the top lane here? Well, it probably doesn't matter because there's still like a 3v3 happening mid. So Krugerrand does get a salve up. That's pretty good because there's a bunch of people trying to kill him still. Chen 1v1ing against the Naga. A little rough. Looks like Nikhyuga made the mistake of crossing in front of the tower and picks up a couple of free attacks from Viper. But so, I feel like for the most part, Cyrus doesn't really need to be in this top lane anymore. It would be better to just let Mickey solo against the Beastmaster. Beastmaster can't really, at least I don't think Beastmaster can kill him until like level 6. So he doesn't really need a support, and it would be nice to get the solo experience. Plus, since there's like a 3v2 happening mid, you might want to see Shadow Shaman go there. They do grab Beastmaster. No points for Ether Shock though. And Naga has arrived. Actually, Chen's also coming in. I think he might be able to get this kill. Gets the bonus damage from Penitence. That's just enough. Roaming Chen's working out really well. Naga throws out a casual net, but it's more of an escape net than anything. This does give Underlord 1v1 lane against the CK. CK appears to have lost control of his creeps, so push center tower, and Underlord gets some free experience. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Agony is out CSing the Viper. He is a little bit behind in experience, but didn't quite expect him to be this much CS ahead. Naga runs in to try to do a little bit of damage, and she gets caught by the Penitence and goes down. Bonus damage from that is like really significant, I think. Since we almost never see Chen, people don't really expect it. 2 seconds for wild axes, but he has to turn around and get out of here because he's gonna die. So right now it looks like the laning is going in Mickey's favor. It's kind of what I had anticipated. I mean, Medusa's doing pretty well, but Lycan has more CS than the CK, of course, and the support roaming is working out really well for Dire, putting up a bunch of kills. That said, Viper's CS is quite low, actually. I didn't think it was this bad, but he's only picked up like 1 creep in the last minute. So maybe it's not going that well for Mickey. Lycan's doing well, but Medusa's getting perhaps a bit more than she should. Especially relative to Viper. Looks like they're going to try to kill Cap Crusader again. 1 attack away. Mickey picks it up. And we have Chen diving the Naga past the tower. Rubik does come in. He lands just outside of tower range, but he could get lifted up and thrown back in. He hits the Naga once more with Penitence. He's got a stun in 5. But I don't think he's going to survive here. Oh, Ceres is coming in. Zaps the Naga for the kill. And Chen escapes. Meanwhile, Mickey has opted to go Tread's Mask of Madness. So he will not be doing a quick pushing build. A little worried about that, I guess. Because I don't think he'll stand up to Medusa in the long term. But if they're not going to get the towers quickly, then CK picks up an illusion rune. Why did he leave the lane to pick up a rune? I don't know, whatever. Can't answer these kinds of questions. Kuran still struggling. He's picked up 2 CS since last time we checked, while Medusa got a solid 10. Lead Oracle uses Phantasm in the bottom lane, but doesn't get anything out of it. Chen shows up. They're going in on Medusa and they get an easy kill. Dustfinger X is doing some serious work this game. How is he doing on kill involvement? Let's take a look here. He's in 5 of the 8 kills. Been in every lane, pretty solid. I'm really glad that they left the Underlord, because they started in the Underlord lane originally, right? They weren't able to kill CK or anything, but they've left. And oh man, he just casually picks up the Beastmaster as he's trying to shrine. And we could see him put down a deep lane ward, you know, right here would be great. What are his other options? Could of course always put it on the cliff and stuff. He might have come to the wrong neighborhood now though. There's 3 heroes. Beastmaster's almost, actually he's not almost level 6, he's a little bit away. So the Chen does go down.
Blasphemy is this? It's the nature of the beast.
Meanwhile, Underlord has pulled ahead of the CK in experience. Kind of, you know, casually shoving the waves. There's not much CK can do against this, right? Underlord has the great wave clear and % HP damage, so probably need to bring a support down, but since they're struggling so much in the offlane, I guess they feel pressured to keep their supports there. I think there's a little bit of a tactical mistake, because they're not really getting enough kills out of this. So they're kind of just losing 2 lanes instead of losing 1 lane. We got another stun coming out from Dustfinger X's Golem, and Cat Crusader is stuck in between all these creeps. Nice Rubik lift to cancel and stun on 3. But Ether Shock secures the kill. Lycan Form used. Unexpected, but probably fine. Lead Oracle tries to go on Underlord, but Underlord just kind of walks it off. And we see Serpent Wards committed for the tower. This is really nice. Before 10 minutes, we've got Shaman level 6 already. Quick pause from Medusa. Internet issues, apparently. So let's see, how does the money stack up? I'm really surprised by Viper being so close to Medusa in net worth, but I think they did kill her, what, 2, 3 times? Twice, yeah. They did get 2 kills, so even though he's got half her CS, he picked up a lot of kill gold. I guess that's keeping him pretty close on the net worth there. But as expected, Mousehero is on top.
Let's get on with it. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
My thrift rewarded.
And CK is doing okay in money, but keep seeing the creeps getting shoved into his tower. I think that Underlord could actually just walk past the tower at this point, cut all the creep waves, and there's nothing that CK can do about it by himself. And then he can just take the tier 1 very quickly on his own. We still have Rubik and Naga both committing to the top lane. They're only level 5 and 4. 10 minutes is not great since they're falling behind the supports on the other team. Lowest level support, of course, is Chen at level 5, but he's still pretty high impact at low levels, whereas on Rubik especially, you need that level 6. Invis, Underlord waiting here. He does have a Pit of Malice, but it looks like they've spotted the Chen. He accidentally walked too far forward. They're going to go for it anyway, and they get her pretty easily. Good root under tower. Chen's in some trouble here. Rotation from the Beastmaster. He has has Primal Roar available. Just needs to use a Soul Ring. He probably committed here on the... Oh, no, wait. I expected Rubik to throw Viper back under tower, Soul Ring, Primal Roar, and kill him, but they actually wanted to disengage. Meantime, though, both carries get free lanes, since everyone has decided they're going to fight mid. I mean, I think this kind of makes sense for Dire, though. This is their next objective, right? Serpent Wards are up in 10 seconds, so you just keep shoving the wave under tower and then put down the wards and go for it. Lycan doing the same. He's got the same thing in mind, right? He's TPing mid. They're just going to take all 5 heroes and go for it. Or maybe 4 heroes. Looks like Underlord's going to be bottom by himself, but no problem. Oh, they got a Dominator on Chen. Very nice. Pick up an extra creep. Just go for it and the tower melts. Well, you know, they glyph, but the tower's still going to melt. Medusa, Wand, Morbid Mask is working on Mask of Madness. Beastmaster picked up Phase Boots, he's still working on his Necro Books. See the CK come in. Does pick off Chen, but it's going to cost him his life. It's not really a worth it trade. Lycan going a little deep. But Shapeshift gets stolen by Rubik. See Beastmaster show up, he gets a great roar, they stun the Underlord, then they kill Mickey. But it costs them 4. Xerxes and Krugerrand are going to escape. So Medusa is the only survivor here, and the tier 1 tower does go down in the process. So a bit costly for Dire, but they got what they came for. So after this, I imagine they just wait, what's the cooldown? 75 more seconds, and then go bottom and take another tier 1. Chen's level 6 now, of course, he's got his ult. Quick global heal. Meanwhile, CK has Armlet finished. So, I mean, CK is still pretty dangerous, right? Like we saw, he can pick off a support if he sees them. Like here, he just gets a pretty straightforward kill. Of course, Rubik's help, but I think he could have done it anyway. Got Underlord going for a Vanguard. Nice item against CK. Buffs his HP pool a little bit, of course, and it reduces how much damage he takes. He gets going on with Phantasm. Mask of Madness finished for Medusa. Beastmaster still working on that level 1 Necro Book. Not quite there yet. Looks like Viper's going to be going into a Maelstrom next. Okay.
That should help.
Underlord pushing in kind of deep here. We see Phantasm gets... Wait, yeah, he used Phantasm, he only gets 1 illusion. Doesn't really get much out of chasing him. I think he just hit and then use Firestorm, and like, they're in a bit of trouble here, right? Will die, but bad Armlet toggle causes CK to go down as well. And Viper and Pals show up to clean up the Rubik. So now this just is an easy push for Dire, right? They've got wards up, they've got a DD Viper, there's no CK, so no one can just, you know, pick off an important hero in the fight. Use wards and they get to tier 1 pretty easy. Medusa and Naga trying to defend. Well, Medusa can't defend. And what's Naga going to do by herself? She's got a Blightstone and Tranquils. She's also not going to kill anybody. Tower goes down. So we still have 20 minutes before the Medusa lineup comes online. But I think Mickey's pretty happy with where they are. Or Mousehero's team, I guess. They decide to go in here, they pick up a Catapult, Chen, and they're going to take the tier 2 as well. We got Beastmaster splitting top, and we have Rubik kind of out of position as well. He TP'd up to that shrine as well, so he can't defend. It's a free tier 2. I suppose they could delay this with Song, and it looks like they're going to try to do that, but all 5 heroes from Dire are here, so this is an escape song, not a turnaround and fight song. We'll see how it gets used, and they just go in and finish off the tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
Let's see how we're doing on experience. So Chen is still sort of languishing here, level 6 at 16 minutes. Definitely not ideal. He got picked off earlier and he missed some of the push. Oh wow, alright, Mickey's team deciding to go high ground here. Good idea. We've got 2 siege creeps, and There really isn't much that can be done. Saris gets gone on by CK, but like all she has to do is like waste his time. It doesn't even matter if she dies because Serpent Wards aren't available. Hand of God doesn't quite save the Shadow Shaman, but doesn't matter. They kill the CK, he has to buy back. They do kill the Lycan, so maybe Radiant has overstayed their welcome here. But it did cost a CK buyback, and they did take the tier 3 tower. Krugerrand trying to escape. CK TP's forward to get him. Gets a 1 second stun only. Naga's gonna have... oh no, she doesn't have mana. Krugerrand finds a lucky invis rune, and he's just gonna walk away. So I think Dire pushed a little too hard. They got greedy, going for that tier 3. Wasn't really expecting them to go high ground there. I got a little caught off guard. And it cost them 4 heroes in exchange for a tower and a CK buyback. I mean, buyback cost some gold, but like, the CK didn't get any of the kills. The Medusa got all 3 kills while they were defending. Right, so that's just more money for her. Brings her much closer to her next item, which is going to be a Hurricane Pike. So that's like almost a full force staff right there. And since everybody died, it sort of resets all of their farming and their pushing. Nicky's got his Armlet Mask of Madness finished. Underlord going into, what is this, a Crimson Guard next. He's got Mech finished.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
CK going back for Hand of Midas. I think this is an interesting choice because, like, you pick up Midas when you expect the game to go long, and we know that they win the game if the game goes long. But like, the downside of Midas is that for, you know, say 10 minutes or so, however long it takes you to gain an advantage from your Midas. Oh, this is nice. We got a smoke Underlord ult to move everybody bottom because they want to try to gank this CK. We see Underlord showing by himself in lane, so CK is getting brave here. And he shows, he runs up to him, but now the gank squad's in place to try to catch him, and he is totally boned. Meanwhile, 3 heroes go mid to try to finish off this tier 1, which I believe they will get. Since Underlord ult is down, they can't bring anybody to defend. They got a TP from Shadow Shaman, was not enough. All the creeps die, so I guess actually they've been repelled by a solo Viper. Nicky finds a DD, he's gonna run across. Medusa has finished her Hurricane Pike. So what's the next item? Is she gonna go Scotty next? I think that's what most people pick up. But we've got Serpent Wards, and we've got everybody by the tier 2. There is a double damage on Mickey, so they're going to opt to save the Serpent Wards for their high ground push. I think they remember what happened last time, so I think the play is that you go for tier 2, or in this case they ping out the shrines, which is also a pretty good thing to pick off. You get this shrine, and then the tier 2 is free later, because you can't get surprised. Meanwhile, Chen has picked up a rather large army. 1 Hellbear, 2 Satyrs, and a Wild Wing. He finds the Naga, who's going to use Song to set up this fight. We've got a CK ult, he picked up 3 illusions, good roll. He just insta-kills Chen. We've got Serpent Wards used, Medusa ult, Beastmaster Roar as well to lock Viper in place. We see everybody dying on Dire. Pretty good turn here. Mickey is in his ult form. He's trying to kill Medusa, but this is the wrong play. He needs to get out. Looks like he is too slow. He gets picked off as well, so they lose 4 on Dire for just a Naga Siren. Serpent Wards were used as well, and then they were stolen by Rubik, and he cast his own Serpent Wards. And we have the Necro 2 finished on Beastmaster. He had to use it during the fight, so he won't be able to push in the tower, but he's still getting rich, and he's getting some pushing items. So he's pretty close to just being able to sit in the trees, push the wave by himself, and then when the time comes, you know, pop out, drop Necro 3s, and take a tower. Underlord showing in lane? Probably could have died there, I think. I'm not sure. I mean, it's easy to say, oh, they could have just killed him because I can see everything. But I don't know. Midas is finished for CK, but he's saving it for a more juicy creep, I guess. His catapult's a really good Midas target, but looks like he just wants to hit it instead. Alright. Also, it's starting to look a little shaky for Mickey's team here, right? You know, they're getting closer and closer to their deadline, and I think that on Lycan he didn't quite pick up the right pushing items. I don't know if I would call these fighting items either. I'm not really sure. I mean, these are Lycan items, but I'm not entirely sure what their purpose is. Because they didn't quite win the last fight, but they also didn't take a tower with it. Beastmaster is going to try to go on Underlord. He's got Roar ready. He's got all his summons out. He's got a lot of Wild Axes damage, but Underlord just keeps running from him. You know, he's got mech ready, and then looks like Calf Crusader is going to give up. CK is TPing back to mid. Naga Siren working on Solar Crest, just pushing the lane out. So that's kind of a scary time for Mousehero's team, right? Because like you feel like you've been really far ahead. Oh, hold on. We got another song set up top. Onto 3. We've got the Stolen Serpent Wards used again. They pick up Mickey, they stun him, and he's just gonna get mauled during his ult. His ult was used there, right? So his ult is down. Wasn't enough to get him away. Really good play from the Naga to set that up. Well, so like I was saying, this is things are getting kind of scary now because Dire was like really snowballing for a while, and we can sort of see this on the graph, right? They were pulling pretty far ahead. They were feeling good, and then they get caught into one bad fight. Now that well, two really. They went high ground when they shouldn't have, and then they got caught out, and now they just feel weak because they're like, wow, you know, this Medusa is actually just able to kill us now. She's got, you know, an ultimate orb that we can see. It's probably gonna get Scotty soon, and then what do we do once she gets Scotty? And the answer is nothing. You just sort of have to try to split push at that point because you're not really going to be able to kill her in a fight. But Radiant is also better at split pushing than you are. So they do opt for a smoke. I like this play as well. Because of course, you can't kill Naga in a fight, or you can't kill Medusa in a fight, but if you're able to catch her farming alone, you can definitely still kill her. They do have a couple of wards over here, so they see Rubik, and it looks like he's going to be their target. Good Force Staff play, but he's still going to be dead here. And now, Song, I believe, is still unavailable for a minute, so this is definitely the right time to fight. Medusa ult, uses Chen. He does walk away. We see the Serpent Wards committed outside of base to kill the CK. Maybe unnecessary, but because, you know, we could have used those to go high ground. Mickey's gonna dive into the base. I don't like this. Alright, he changes his mind. He runs bottom. He's gonna try to backdoor this Ranger Axe, but he can't do it. He has to run out of there. He's only got a little bit of time left on his ult. And Song of the Siren is almost up. 20 seconds. But they might lose a tier 3 before it's ready. Song in 3. Naga's in position. Just going for it. Here we go. The tier 3 goes down, but she catches 5 heroes. Medusa's ready to just throw out a Mystic Snake. Do about 2,000 damage. They are going to try to use the Underlord ult, but it looks like they've lost Mickey. They decide to sacrifice him. The Reality Rift almost pulls Underlord out, but goes off just before Rift finishes. And 4 escape. Losing Mickey, not so bad, but the real play they want next is to get Roshan for their next push. And they won't be able to do it for a minute, right? Like here, Radiant can just kind of run up, they finish this tier 1, and then go Rosh, I think. Medusa's got enough for her Scotty in these 2 camps. Maybe. It's... how much is it? It's... oh yeah, she definitely has enough, sorry. I was off by 1,000. Force staff this guy forward. This is a pretty nice cheeky play. They just get a free pick off on this Beastmaster. Oh, that's cute. He didn't have his team backing him up. Viper's got Maelstrom finished. He's... it looks like he's got Hurricane Pike on the Courier, and he's going to go for a Blade Mail next. I think Blade Mail's a good item here. Unfortunately, Medusa has like a lot more EHP than he does, so he really needs another item before he can stand up to her in a fight. We got about 8 minutes left for Mickey to win the game. He's almost finished with his BKB. He's going to go AC afterwards. BKB, pretty good item, but remember that Ensnare from Naga does go through spell immunity, so maybe not that good of an item. Scotty picked up for Medusa. Lincoln's on the way. I feel like Chen's kind of picking up random creeps here. Obviously the stones and the Alpha Wolf are good. Not really sure why he still has this Wild Wing though. He also hasn't really been farming all that much. So he was ganking well earlier, but now like one of the... this is probably just like an issue with like the rundown towers kind of draft, right? He's not really able to progress past these like basic items. Like you, on a position 4 Chen, you would kind of want to see maybe like an Ags or something, or a more expensive like utility item to help the team. But he hasn't really gotten much farm. He's only level 11. He was pretty far behind, especially the supports on his team. Like Saris is 16, which is actually ahead of Mousehero. Wow, this XP distribution is super weird. But it does limit him a little bit. But yeah, it's kind of a function of how the fights go, right? They're grouped as 5. They go into the fight. Chen has gotten picked off earlier a couple times, so he doesn't get any experience out of it. He's still able to contribute, but it'd be nice to be able to pick up Ags or something and pick up an annoying ancient creep to throw at buildings. Maybe get a Granite Golem with the HP aura, something like that. Or of course get one of these assholes. But they're really probably not that good against Medusa going high ground. Rubik going for an Invis rune, picks it up, but they had vision? No, they hexed him during the delay. Nice Force Staff saves to pull Rubik out of that. See a really awkward fight started, and then Naga's able to get the song off. They reset, and Dire is probably going to lose this fight. Good Serpent Wards on the high ground, but look at Medusa's position. She's just able to turn on her Mask of Madness and destroy everybody. Serpent Wards get stolen again, and they get used. I think it's kind of cute, but they could have just saved them. They didn't need to use the stolen Serpent Wards there. Whatever. Mickey did use his BKB. He's able to escape, but like 4 for 0, turn in the fight. Radiant's up by 5k now, and now they just sort of walk down a lane and pick off whatever buildings they want. There's nothing to deal with Medusa. She's almost got Lincoln's, so she is fully unkillable.
Tower just went down.
CK, he's got a Yasha. Didn't he have a different...
tower isn't going to last long.
Who knows, man? I thought he had a different item earlier, but I guess I I guess I'm taking crazy pills or something. It's gonna get BKB next. Pretty good item for CK, of course. The Handamitis, you know, whatever. And they move into the Roche pit. I think it's kind of a free Roshan. Dire's thinking about contesting, which is not so bad. Krugerrand snipes the Roche kill. So Dire does get the Roche gold, of course, but the Aegis still gets picked up by the Medusa. They're going to try to pick off Calf Crusader. In the back line here, we see another Lycan ult. He's going to run in after Naga. She nets him. Does go through BKB, so he's stuck in place. Do they have a Hex? Do they have anything to stop her stun? Or stop her TP? No, they don't. And Chen gets picked off by Medusa in the mid lane. He's trying to cast Hand of God at the last second there, but it takes longer to use than Mech does, so he dies first. I'm not even sure if it would have been worth it. I mean, he would have survived, but then it's like, you don't have Hand of God for your next push. BKB finished for CK. Underlord gets caught out of position. He's definitely dead here. 2-second stun. Followed up with the ensnare. Things are looking pretty bad for Dire. We got the Blade Mail finished for Viper. Feels like it took quite a long time to get that. I remember saying something about the Blade Mail maybe 10 minutes ago, I'm not sure. But I guess the net worth graph kind of explains things. We got Medusa, a solid 8k ahead of Viper. Well into unkillable territory. He's got money for Lincoln's finished. She's even holding buyback. I don't know, Medusa with Aegis and these items probably doesn't need to hold buyback. Oh, she doesn't have enough slots. So the courier walks away with the Perseverance. It's gonna get to this secret shop and be really kind of confused. Where's my Lincoln? Why can't I finish buying it? But as she notices, the courier's coming back. Okay. So what's the play for Dire here? What's the play for Dire? Obviously they can't win a head-on fight at this point, and they can't win against the Naga Sleep. So it looks like they've waited too long and it's back up, but really they have to take a fight, get Song out of the way, lose the fight, but not too badly, and then find a way to split push and take a lane of Rax. Which I don't think their heroes are really going to be able to do. Because they can only really do stuff when Song is down. Blink Dagger up on Beastmaster, he's going into AC next. So he's a building killing machine. Dire's grouping up top. Looks like they're going to try to take down this tier 2, which I think they're pretty okay trading a tier 2 for a tier 1. Like, obviously they couldn't stop this anyway, so if they can just take any buildings in the meantime, that would be great. They get Krugerrand. He almost got away, but grab him and disable him. Viper goes down, tier 1 goes down. Tier 2 top also goes down. Looks like Radiant is opting to continue. They're going to go for their own tier 2. And at the same time, Dire is just going to go high ground here. They have a big creep army. They have Serpent Wards. So we can see Rax for Rax. No, we got Medusa and CK TPing back, and the glyph is used. Dire has to escape. They take their Underlord's ultimate right out. Serpent Ward's not being microed, so they do less tower damage than they could have. But at the same time, Beastmaster actually didn't TP back. I wasn't looking at the minimap, I didn't notice. So he gets the tier 2, and he gets the tier 3. Then he just blinks out, casually gets away. So nice play from Radiant. Not really losing any important structures, but making a lot of progress in the bottom lane. And we've passed the 35-minute mark, so I do believe that Radiant has won. I believed that for a long time, actually, but now it matches my prediction as well. I'm just going back for a Mjolnir. I mean, there's like no real wrong item at this point, so it doesn't matter. But uh-oh, we've got an accidental Song used in the mid lane. It just happens sometimes, you know?
At last.
You get too excited and just cast your ult, you know? It's worse on Tidehunter, but it does happen. Krugerrand running for this DD. He finds it, but it's going to cost him his life. Is it? No, CK just lets him walk away. Okay. That was weird. I'm a little confused by that. I think he could have just killed him. They use the roar on Lycan, but CK running away again. There's no Medusa here. I guess that's why they don't want to fight. CK is scary in his own right, but I guess he's not the net worth leader. Wave pushes in top.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Lycan's running up the mid lane. This is super risky. They don't really have vision, and the vision they do have tells them that Radiant is not like farming the offlane jungle. So I'd certainly be scared. Nikki does decide, okay, this is actually too spooky, backs out. Got Underlord and Viper working pretty hard to keep the side lanes pushed in, which is exactly what they need to do. But they're not farmed enough, and they're not like survivable enough against Medusa to be able to just, and they also don't have good enough escapes to be able to just like run up and try to ride a wave into the tower. Meanwhile, CK, Medusa, and Naga find Underlord in the jungle, get a nice pick off on him.
Killing spree.
Manta finished for CK. Naga has Song available, they see Chen in the mid lane and they're going for it. But it looks like he's gonna get away. Yeah, he barely makes it on the high ground. Beastmaster split pushing top, he's gonna bring that wave in. Meanwhile, the four of them can just go high ground here. We haven't, I do believe the Aegis got reclaimed. I don't think we saw Medusa die. It was farming Aegis, I guess. Beastmaster definitely going to take this tower. There's nothing Lycan can do. He doesn't have wave clear. He doesn't have really anything. If he gets too close, he just gets roared and killed by all the summons.
Dire's top tower is gone. Just a cold fog left behind.
So now is the time, though. We see that Medusa has gone bottom to push this wave in, so Dire should smoke right here and run straight into their jungle. They might still lose the fight, but it's the best chance they have at winning a fight. And they could get Song used, and that would open up a window afterwards. But it looks like they're a little bit scared. Very understandable. Wonder how long this takes. Okay, well, here's the smoke. I think this is a little late. Maybe they called out, hey, we should smoke, and it took them a little too long to get the smoke organized. But like Medusa managed to get the whole wave up to bottom, and so now she's in position to fight, so you don't want to run into that with the smoke. Because what's going to happen is you're gonna die. She's finished a butterfly, which I like a lot. You see they're going to try to go in on Medusa. Where's the Song of the Siren to save her? She doesn't really need saving, but, you know, where's the Song of the Siren? Hasn't been used yet. We see the CK ult get used. We see the defensive Shaman wards. CK's Phantasms are going down. He uses BKB. They kill off the Shadow Shaman. But they've got the Medusa trapped in a Pit of Malice. Oh, they grabbed the Lycan as well. There's the Song to try to save their teammate, but they lose Rubik. And it does give Lycan a little bit of time to escape. He's able to use his BKB, but it's not enough. He dies before he can pick off the Beastmaster. Medusa trying to fight the Viper, and it looks like she might go down here. No, 400 HP. It was close between the Blade Mail and the fight in general. She had actually lost quite a lot. We see two buybacks from Chen and Lycan, and they do repel the Radiant. but it's at a huge cost. Alright. Well, 2.5k gold, but the buybacks are a big deal. And they really only got the 1 kill. So, Radiant just heals and then goes again. That's kind of scary for Medusa there, though. She almost died. Very unexpected. I didn't think they had that kind of damage. So we see Lycan and Underlord running the wave up middle. They've been emboldened by their team's recent success. Are they going to get Elena Brax? There's no Naga here. She's TPing back now. They cast their creeps, try to go. I think it's just going to turn into a disaster, though. We see Underlord use his ult, but is he going to live long enough to get out of here? He does. He barely escapes with his Chen. Meanwhile, Mickey has to ult and BKB to run out on his own. Looking a little lost, not sure where to go. Decides he's going to go bottom, cut the creep wave, try to delay things. It's always tough, though. When your strategy becomes delay the game, you have to be confident that you have the heroes that win if you keep farming. And against Medusa, they definitely don't. So Lycan's still split pushing bottom. And we see Radiant goes into the pit again. Roche is up. Easy Aegis for Medusa. And a cheese for who? For CK. Okay. Phantasm get used. He gets, what is this, 5 illusions? Not bad. We're just going to go in and wail on the tower. Objective gaming coming out. We see the defensive Shaman wards. Crimson Guard used, of course. They are going on the CK. He gets his cheese off in time. Nice backpack swap from him. The song's available, but they're not going to use it. They just use Medusa ult instead. Shadow Shaman almost gets picked off. Very close. Oh, Shadow Shaman does die. Mickey BKBs and tries to run in, but he gets ensnared. Stuck. The Medusa's just sitting under the tower. 1v5ing, no problem. We got the Beastmaster roar on Medusa. She goes down for her first life. She's going to respawn with full HP and mana. And they definitely can't kill her second time. Viper trying to run after Beastmaster. Does get the pick off. Only the ranged Rex went down, so the melee is going to regen. They're going to try to chase Medusa. They got the Pit of Malice on her. They use everything, but we see the defensive song now allows Medusa to disengage. And the creeps run in and hit the base, so they can't keep chasing. We just do that a couple more times, and the game finally ends, right? Mickey does have AC finished up. He's going for a Shadow Blade next. I guess that means he wants to try to find some pickoffs with it, although I feel like it's a little late for pickoffs. Maybe he's trying to use it as an escape item. Late game Shadow Blade as an escape item is actually not that bad. I really hate it as an early game escape item. But like once you get to this point, even the supports have trouble fitting dust in their slots. So you can just, you know, you just get away. Like everyone knows what to do, but they have all these nice items that they don't want to drop. So sometimes you just get away. They spot Mickey in the jungle. He's gonna get killed pretty easily here. He BKBs and ults, but he's been ensnared. The Naga counter is just not there. And now with Mickey down, sure they go high ground, right? That's a large chunk of this team's net worth. Phantasm used. See a glyph, but it only delays the inevitable. Naga moving into position to just delay things with Song of the Siren if necessary. CK goes forward, blows up Chen. Meanwhile, ranged Rex goes down. Melee Rex soon to follow. CK just, he BKBs and uses the BM Reality Rift, pulls Underlord forward, and then just goes back to hitting the building. Melee Rex does die. Medusa finally uses her ult. She's just been saving it for this situation, I suppose. And they go for the dive here. It's Krugerrand. She's still, you know, at most of her HP. We got a buyback from Viper. Meanwhile, Beastmaster Ratting takes the bottom lane of Rax. And he just goes mid now. He's going to finish off this melee that they didn't get earlier. Although he may have overstayed his welcome. He runs into 3 heroes. They CC him and kill him pretty quickly. Song tries to save him, but there was some tower attacks and a little bit of DOT coming in that was able to finish him off. So 3 on Radiant are down, but it doesn't include the Medusa. Actually, how did CK die? I didn't see CK die. I must have missed it. I was too distracted. Yeah, so CK does die, but it doesn't matter. We're only 1 Rex away from Mega Creeps. Viper's got a Silver Edge finished up. Chen hasn't really been able to make any progress on his Ags. He is level 17 now, but still a bit behind. Underlord gets caught out. Naga runs in with a net. Medusa actually doesn't hit that hard. That's really surprising. But Crimson Guard, I guess, pretty good item, you know? See the Shapeshift come out. Probably just see Ensnare used on him, right? And then just run away. It's not enough though with Viper there. I guess 2 heroes do take down the Naga. And so Naga dead.
Someone better help Dyer's middle tower.
That's always nice, but someone does have to go back to defend. Does Shadow Shaman have travels? Shadow Shaman's got 3k gold. I think the play is clean up these creeps and then travel forward to use Serpent Wards. Skip the barracks to try to end the game because I don't know. Megas versus Megas, they don't really have any hope. Naga does have buyback though, so even if Shaman travels forward, I don't think they can win the game here. She's also gonna have Song up, so just buyback reset and Medusa murders everybody. Krugerrand uses his Shadow Blade, gets out. Underlord 4 steps out, gets out. Everybody escaping. BKB used by CK. Chen goes down. Underlord does go down in the end as well. Shaman still defending. While Viper and Lycan try to run back to base. Defensive wards. When were these used? Must have been a long time ago. They do pick off the... Oh wow, Stolen Hand of God used. They pick off the CK on the back line. Mickey's got his BKB up. He's just trying to run around with his Shapeshift and try to pick off supports. Nikhyuga steals it, but he dies anyway. There's a Song of the Siren. Goes in, and we've got Medusa ult used as well. Beastmaster roars Mickey in the back lines. He's got his summons up. Is it going to be enough, though? It is not, as the supports in Krugerrand come in and kill the Beastmaster. Underlord goes down. Still no answer to Medusa, though. She's still sitting here full HP. Not afraid of anything. She can just kind of run in, kill whoever's left, and then take those tier 4s. But she's playing super safe. Just backs off. Goes and farms the jungle, I guess. I don't know, she's got 8k gold and a Moonshard already eaten, so there's really no more items for her. Could always replace, like, Hurricane Pike, maybe. If you want, I don't know, a Rapier or something, but really doesn't need to. Here's the play though. Chen uses Holy Persuasion and his Helm of the Dominator to pick up all the Mega Siege Creeps. Which are actually not that good. What the hell? The mega melee creeps are more dangerous. That's not really what I expected. Either way, he picks up, let's say he picks up 5 mega siege creeps, right? And then you just have to underlord forward and recall the siege creeps to yourself and quickly destroy the base. That might be their only play. He's up to 3 now. He's got what, 4 on this? Yeah, 4 on Holy Persuasion, so he can have 5 total. It's happening, I'm sure. Although the next siege creep isn't for quite some time actually, so it's gonna be a while before he can expand his posse here. Roshan goes down for the Radiant. Still does have a refresher shard for the Naga? Who's got it? Oh, it's just on the ground. Okay, Rubik picks up the refresher shard. Okay. I mean, why not? It doesn't really matter. Well, I didn't notice this earlier, but Naga also has Ags, which gives her that percent heal during song. So there is no way that they lose this fight. Uh-oh, the siege creeps. This was their only hope. And the siege creeps go down. We see the Viper Strike used on Naga Siren, she kind of walks it off. Phantasm as well. Early cheese from CK. Because he really wanted the Midas attack speed, so he needed to free up a slot. Meanwhile, Medusa takes down the tier 4s. Song of the Siren used. The BKB working against Lycan, he gets picked off during song while his team is asleep. And then Medusa picks up her 18th kill of the game, 19th kill now.
Double kill.
GG.
Radiant victory.
Wow, look at these assists. 32 assists on the Naga Siren, that's huge. So I think that Nikhyuga's team, their strategy worked out just as they expected. Mickey's team, I liked what they were trying to do. I liked their plan to, you know, end early and whatnot. But I feel like maybe his items weren't so conducive to that, and I think that the mid lane didn't go quite as well as they had needed it to. I think that Krugerrand really needed to suppress the Medusa just a little bit longer for them to be able to go around taking all the buildings and then sieging high ground. Plus they had a couple of misplays that just resulted in team wipes. I think they tried to go high ground at a time when they didn't need to and gave Medusa a whole bunch of gold. And then they got caught out by Song of the Siren once in the jungle, gave Medusa a whole bunch more gold, and then at that point it was pretty much over.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, okay. Yeah, I got a new microphone, so I'm like still messing with stuff.
Wow, you sound like me. Why is there echo?
Oh shit, you can hear yourself? That's not good. Alright, hold on. Okay, we'll switch back to push to talk, I guess. But shit, that means that you'll echo on stream.
Uh-oh.
It's not working out as well as I'd hoped. I really wanted to not have to wear a headset, so that was why I went through this whole trouble. But if it picks up the speakers, then it's not very good.
Who won game 1?
Who are we casting? Nikhyuga won. That's who won game 1, yeah.
Off the back of Adusa? So I watched, it was kind of like, it looked like it was Dusa versus the world, but only watched for a few seconds.
Yeah, pretty much. Just Medusa versus everybody. I think they had a chance early. They were in pretty good position for a while, but some throne fights. Or not some throne fights, but like some bad fights.
Seconds Dire remaining. Team's turn to ban. Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
I think this means... I totally missed last week.
Dire team's turn to ban.
Well, last week, Nikhyuga won again. They just did the same strategy as before, but they changed their mind and they're banning the Naga. That's a really good idea. Because Naga totally screwed them last game.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Naga, good hero.
Yeah, and they played her really well too.
No, I didn't miss last week. Never mind. Alright, so I think this means Nikhyuga's playoff locked, mathematically.
With, what is that, 9 wins?
Radiant team's turn to
Yeah.
Oh, pretty good. So they do still first pick Rubik. Do they have something to replace Naga Siren, though?
Tusk is in the pool.
10 seconds remaining.
It's a good hero.
Clock's on the pool, but Rubik's pretty good against Clock.
Pick it anyway.
Still right here.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Lion.
It's kind of hard to pick into Rubik, to be fair. It's a pretty nice first pick for that reason. Just a lot of heroes you don't want to pick into him.
Shout out to Isaac insisting that Rubik is not a first pickable hero.
5 seconds
EG did it from time to time. They'd first pick the Rubik and like a bunch of meta shit, just like it was hard to pick. You pick it anyway, I think, but
yeah, it's a great hero.
Radiant team's turn
I'm always in favor of first pick Rubik. Alright, so you're gonna have Spirit Breaker instead, okay. kind of bad against Lion though. Hex is very strong against charge.
Dire team
I was
banned.
gonna say spike, but hex too.
Radiant team's turn to ban.
You can't really fight clock early. Like if you charge a clock, he's just gonna turn on battery assault and turn. You can probably run away, but it's just a massive waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lion can cancel with either spell very easily. You can do it through fog or with vision.
Dire team's turn to ban.
I know, the hero always just seems to like, even when it's not meta, it always works in the amateur leagues. Like, almost seemingly regardless of skill. RD2L, Seal, LD2L, just always works.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I wonder why they decided to swap Shadow Shaman for Lion though. It's two are kind of similar, but I think Shadow Shaman helps push a little bit more than Lion does.
That is odd actually. Picking Lion when Shadow Shaman's in the pool.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
I'm sure Shadow Shaman's just like a better Lion right now.
Yeah, I kind of think so as well.
But I don't know, maybe it's a comfort thing.
Yeah, no, that's what's weird about it, right? I think it's one of Ceres's most played heroes to go Shadow Shaman instead.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, so that's double weird then.
Double weird. Yeah. Alright, so they pick OD. Sniper's been banned, so Kuren's gonna be pretty happy playing OD mid.
10
They
seconds
could
remaining.
nix offlane. It's pretty
5
good.
seconds remaining.
Lakin is still in the pool.
It's like a lot of things in the pool, it feels.
Yeah.
Underlord's still in the pool. I guess he's not very good against OD. Or is he? I don't think he is. His tankiness doesn't really do anything against orbs.
Yeah, and I feel like tanky heroes that are non-threatening are kind of bad against OD because he just farms int from you
Yeah, exactly.
and then, you know, kills everybody else with it.
I like the puck.
Yeah.
I know I always focus way too hard on cogs when a clock gets picked, but puck doesn't get caught in cogs, so that's good.
5 seconds remaining.
You can put cogs like where in a position where it pushes back puck as soon as he gets out of phase shift, and it's pretty good against them, but if you get hooked, you won't die as puck.
It's hard, like, sometimes in lane, like, clock gets level 2 and he just runs up. Cog's battery assaults and his teammate runs over. You're just kind of done for. Fucking just QE.
10 seconds remaining.
Phoenix.
It's an offlane Phoenix, I assume?
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Or offlane clock. But
Offlane clock.
Phoenix.
I don't really like Phoenix in general, but it seems to get picked in this league quite a bit.
Radiant team ban.
Coop. They could drow strat here if it's not banned, actually.
Yeah, it'd be really good.
Yeah, it's a pretty classic combo. Mid-quap offlane puck.
10 seconds remaining.
Drow strat.
5 seconds remaining.
It's like, I forgot which iteration of Fnatic it was, but they had like a go-to of that. They're not a go-to, but they're in it a couple times. I'm pretty sure they picked Drow here. What do they ban though if they were to do that? Ban a carry that stops the push or fights really well. I don't know if that's
Dusa?
anyone. Yeah, maybe Dusa. Maybe,
Dusa's
I don't know.
pretty bad.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Dusa's banned. Yeah, I'm not even sure if you care Dusa that much.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Like,
CK. I'm down with the CK ban.
yeah.
Yeah, he's exactly that. Fights early, get on to Drow. I'm pretty sure they picked Drow here.
10 seconds remaining.
Like, it's good against Phoenix. It works well with their team.
5 seconds remaining.
It's kind of nice against their other heroes too, honestly.
Luna.
Luna.
Faceless void.
Choose
Wait.
your hero.
Assume that was premeditated based on the speed. They don't have a lot to combo with it.
With Void?
Yeah.
I mean, you could Chrono and
You got,
Egg
like-
next to it.
Yeah, I mean, there's always Chrono Egg, but it's not like,
Chrono
wow.
Deal. Chrono Finger of Death. I'm sure it's.
I mean, with ODL and Finger Death, it's kind of like, yeah, but you don't really need a Chrono for either of those spells to be used correctly.
That's true.
Both of them can just be dropped in a fight. But yeah, I mean, if you get enough people in it, an OD has like Hurricane Pike for a bit of range. Make it work. It's not bad, it's just kind of surprised me. I'm not sure what else they'd pick, to be fair. I think Void is a very good hero in situations where it's like, I don't know what to play because everything's gonna get beat up. And you just pick Void and then you beat them up.
So offlane Puck, huh?
1 tango on the Rubik, 3 tangos on the Quap. Not sure this is the Rubik starting build here.
We got 5 tangos on the OD.
What the heck? Not sure that's the starting build either, but whatever.
This Radiant squad has quite a few tangos.
Big tango fans.
30
They have a
seconds to
lot
battle.
actually. They have a lot of tangos. You're
Yeah.
right. I feel like Phoenix could have just gone boots. Maybe he just really wanted the salve though.
Yeah.
I feel like on offlaners like that, where your ability to man up is almost 0, boots is like almost needed.
It's just taking a bunch
What?
of damage.
Is there a weird interaction with lift and charge there?
He didn't have bash.
Yeah,
So.
it doesn't have bash, so it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, I know it doesn't, but like, looked like he got lifted, then wasn't moved.
That should help.
Alright, well, he takes advantage of that salve. The block's been missed.
It's gonna be a rough lane for Phoenix.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I think it's like really imperative that you like steal the wave and get your level 2 as Phoenix.
Maybe if they overblock? No, not even. Like, the Luna's way faster than him, the Spirit Breaker's way faster than him. He didn't get any block or steal. He's just gonna have to hide in the trees and hope the supports don't look for him. Cause they can just keep laning Equilibrium here. Like, Elite Oracle's good enough to do that. Oh, what's going on bottom? Fuck, getting the crap beat out of him. I escaped.
Almost got caught by the Earth Spike, though.
It was not meant.
Lion escapes with like 10 HP.
I like what Dyer's doing. This is smart. Really, just tri-lane bottom with the void.
Yeah. Luna can own Phoenix, I think. At least until Phoenix gets some levels. Once Phoenix gets levels, it's annoying because he just starts burning you. Got a little quiet. Phoenix is already like causing issues though.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have just kept the pressure on him, honestly. They had him in a really good spot early.
Yeah, they should have like they should have left like after the Luna was like 1 or 2 levels ahead of the Phoenix. They
Yeah.
left and they're about even.
Like he came out of the trees immediately, caught up on levels. He's got level 2 fire spirits, which is just a ton of damage.
Doesn't have
Maybe the
very
Luna
much
should-
CS, but he can't kill the Luna either.
I mean, his auto attack damage is really low. He could probably be using these fire spirits a little bit better in order to like get CS. So honestly, when his fire spirits are down like this, I kind of want the Luna to be aggressive, but it's already too late because he's lost like all her health and mana. I think earlier, the first time he used fire spirits, Luna just needed to run up and hit him. Once Phoenix gets level 5, I think Luna is just out of lane. He's also bringing himself... Okay, he is bringing himself a healing salve. I was concerned he was just bringing up a mask.
Rubik ran into a clockwork earlier, but it looks like Spirit Breaker's.
Just throw him out.
Yeah, I think Spirit Breaker could have just charged in and killed him, but he was like trading with Lion instead. Now he's probably gonna die.
Yeah.
First blood.
Spirit Breaker does die.
Oh, Void has got himself in a questionable position here. Alright, you can go back in with the salve. Ceres is just taking
Nice.
creep damage.
We gotta pause mid skirmish.
Unfortunate. Alright, Luna has salved back up. Phoenix has 3 fire spirits. If he hits like 2 of these, she's gonna fall right back down.
Do the fire spirits stack, or is it a single debuff?
No, it's a single debuff, but you just land one after the other.
Alright.
Could you imagine how crazy that'd be if they all worked independently? You just like shoot 4 of them really
bomb.
fast.
Yeah, I used to, like, Phoenix first came out, I'd do that, and I realized
Fine with waiting and all,
it didn't
but
work.
let's go.
That'd actually be fun as fuck. I'd like to like custom game with that or something.
Phoenix just pushing the wave. He's using his W on the creeps instead of the Luna. Either that or he's just missing. I think maybe he's just missing because now he hit the Luna. He only landed one of them, which doesn't really mean much. Like, Luna should be aggressive here now, though. He has no fire spirits, she has health.
In the end, all Phoenix really wants out of this lane is level those. Like once he hits 6, he's gonna either go like super aggressive or he's gonna rotate.
Yeah.
So I tried to go on Void bottom, but he had just enough HP to time walk.
Brought another salve by the looks of it. This is looking like a very nice early game for Dire. Mid is going,
Very, very well.
It's a rough lane for OD.
it's like kind of always happens with Kruger's lanes, though.
Yeah.
I don't
it's-
think I've ever seen Kruger come out of lane with a last hit advantage.
with the last hit.
Advantage. Like, he knows how to play the mid game pretty well, I think. Like, he comes out of lane with like no money and then he kills people.
It's impressive. I want to be able to do that.
Yeah, you're like the opposite.
Yeah.
Trade supports in the bottom lane.
Oh, they can get the puck too. Bash, my dude.
Oh, he's got orb up.
No! Oh my gosh, he didn't bash for like 4 hits in a row and then immediately bashed a creep. A single bash and that puck was dead. That's really unfortunate, but happens. At least puck's kind of low now. So is Young Mouse and he's getting charged.
Oh, I think he's okay.
He has time
Nice.
walk off the damage.
Lion runs into Rubik.
Charges was on cooldown at the time, so they couldn't get the kill.
Oh. If this Phoenix won, he had enough for egg, but it looks like Luna's backing out.
She's gonna go shrine. She's still getting her farm, so it's honestly not that bad, but this Phoenix has the potential to make things happen.
Sonic Wave used. Don't think they needed that.
Killed
but
him
whatever.
though. Yeah, it makes it quick and easy. Otherwise, he ashles himself, then you sit around and hope supports don't rotate.
Oh, she ulted him when he had like 50 HP though. They could have just fade
Was
bolted
it?
and he would have died.
Okay.
He was pretty low.
I must have saw.
Yeah, the initial like play went pretty well for them. So.
Clock has gone too deep there. Kind of went like just barely too deep, and then he got charge bashed all the way too deep. Which is a level 2 clock against this level 3 Spirit Breaker, level 5 Puck. You gotta be careful. As I said, early game you just man up against SB, but it doesn't last forever. Alright, they're chrono killing the Spirit Breaker.
Damn, the lion got it. That kind of sucks.
Yeah. They like pinked that too. They were definitely like trying to range it, I think. Like Mouse was holding his auto attack, but then he swung just a little bit too early.
Fine clockwork.
Hawk's in a really bad position again. They keep lifting him and not moving him. It's really weird. Like most of these lifts from Rubik have not actually had a movement afterwards.
Yeah.
Just gonna go up and down. I'm not sure what that's about. I'm not sure if that's like intentional or. Okay, you cogged a Spirit Breaker without your battery assault. You were the one trapped in the cogs.
The Spirit Breaker bashed him out of the cog. First it bashed him and then charged, and he got pushed out of the cog.
I'm sure he should have held the charge to chase after cogs ended, but you know, whatever. It works. This Spirit Breaker's running amok. Which is exactly what you want your Spirit Breaker to be doing.
So, despite the
doing?
Phoenix, Luna's not really having any trouble getting CS.
Yeah. And that's the thing with this lane. Both these heroes are kind of getting what they want out of it. So it depends which one can make the best out of that.
He just... Man. Fire Spirits were like the OG Drunken Haze, you know?
Yeah. This guy needs. He should have brought himself a clarity. Get some mana, I can just kill Luna. Yeah, that's the thing. Phoenix has the kill potential, I think, in this lane. It's not really happening.
Yeah.
And Luna, with the more damage, is slowly getting a level advantage through denies.
Got some real problems though with 2 level 3 supports at 10 minutes.
Both teams do, right?
Level 2 clockwork.
Did you guys see that
Line's
eclipse?
level 5 at least.
Oh, Line's level 5.
No, I didn't see the eclipse. What happened?
Right.
The Phoenix was walking away, and his Tranquil Boots were up in the eclipse, and it just hit creep. It's kind of sad.
Mid clock just kind of runs it. It's really, really hard, I think, when you're this behind on clock.
Yeah.
Like the game just gets like that's a hero that wants to like run in and like get on to people. But when you're behind and everyone can just turn and kill you, like you're kind of not a hero. Like, it's just really, really rough. Even the lion, or even not lion, but
Lion's like almost 6 now, right? Yeah, halfway.
yeah, lion's doing well. I meant to say the enemy sports. Like they even the enemy sports like don't care about clockwork right now.
Oh, true.
Like if this hero uses his combo on anyone, they either kill him or run away.
I have a charge coming top on the Phoenix that's got 80 HP.
He has egg if he can react.
Nope.
He's saying he can't react, Claire?
Apparently not.
Wow.
We're not in time.
Flame caster.
Flames. You know. See, I said it before, so it's acceptable.
See, the trick here is to already have a bad reputation in the league like me.
Wow.
And then, you know, then you can flame whoever you want.
Your bad reputation's just Brune smack talking you. think
You
anyone
know.
listens to Brune.
I'm sure this isn't the time or place to talk about this, but I still don't know why he doesn't like me.
Yeah, it looks like the Spirit Breakers did. Okay, they could just W'd him and killed him, but
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom.
Luna's found clockwork.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
Clock to see his shrine.
Oh shit, Ravage. Looks like he's still dead though.
No, I totally missed that. Young Master's here with Chrono.
Oh, we got a bunch of bashes there.
Uh-oh, he's being Fade Bolted, minus 25 damage.
Oh.
He dies anyway, he just Q away. He cares, he does not care. Didn't
There's
even
actually-
have to charge.
I don't know if he meant to do that, but after he chronoed, he walked a little bit to the right, and then Rubik didn't have enough range to lift him, and so he gotta. That was the only way he could get the kill on Puck. So like,
Maybe. Put it past him. Oh, Clock has found... Okay, late on the action there. With the Phoenix help, they actually could have killed that Spirit
Yeah.
Breaker very easily.
he pushed back the creeps though, got rid of their mana.
Yeah, yeah.
All about the little things.
They can kill this Luna. They have dive up, right? Is he scared of Zeg? Like, there's no mana for Eclipse. They should be able to look at that. They have a ward up there too. Just dive and kill him. This Phoenix playing too passively. I feel like he got exactly what he wanted out of lane, but he isn't actually using it. He's just kind of existing on the map. Like, it's not like he's getting a lot of farm out of lane, because he's a Phoenix. Which, actually at this point, shouldn't even matter. He's just not getting a lot of farm, and he's not doing anything.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away.
Yeah, he TP's bottom to do something. They have a DD Quap, no Chrono.
This looks like a good place to do something. It's
Oh,
Phoenix.
oh.
Fine.
Got him. Boy, top of the net worth, exactly where he wants to be. He's going Mask of Madness, or Battle Fury Mask of Madness.
Nice.
He wants to farm and kill people, I guess.
Yeah.
Top tower's going down real quick.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Normally it's pretty greedy, but I think it's good because even though his battle, if he chronos any of the cores, he'll be able to kill them just because they're really
Yeah.
slippery and squishy.
I would agree with that.
Charging towards bottom. Chrono is up though.
This Puck's actually really poor, I didn't even notice. Just because he's died a bunch. Okay, that is a super dead lion with the lunar rotation. Probably gonna try and take this tower. They do have the Chronosphere, which with a Phoenix rotation could very much equal a one-team fight. But they need the Phoenix to come down. The Phoenix doesn't have a TP on him. He needs to run to side shot, buy one, and TP down, I think.
Oh shit, my in-house game popped. Whatever.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Creeps are all gone. This is where we see the eclipse. Oh no, he doesn't have mana again. 4-man Chrono though.
Phoenix is here super late. It doesn't matter, they're gonna get them all.
Radiant structures have been snow fortified.
It's a nice 4-man Chrono for sure.
What's happening to Radiant's bottom tower?
Yeah, that was very well played.
But Luna had Eclipse, like she just barely had mana for it, and then she used Lucent Beam and couldn't Eclipse.
Radiant's middle
Or
tower
I think
Yeah,
that would have
it's
gone very
unfortunate.
differently.
Yeah, no, it looked like the Void was just surrounded. He was gonna get
top tower
Eclipsed to
is under
death. And then they didn't, and he just chronoed. Rubik actually does end up just walking away
attack. Were those cracks in Dire's
with the stolen time walk. Haste to Quap running towards the charged Phoenix. Egg is down.
On Dire's top tower.
Okay. I think they didn't have vision for the preemptive spike there. Or something.
Under attack.
This is probably a dead boy. Yeah, there we go. I had to commit, but it worked. Quap kinda doesn't have any mana right now. Almost get a carrier.
Alright, and Clockwork looks like he's finally gonna get level 6 in the top lane.
Dire just denied the bottom tower.
Nice. 17 minutes. He could have taken that tower top, I think. Enough for showing. My Spirit Breaker wasn't showing. So I just died for that tower on clock, whatever. 200 gold.
Clips used in the trees, but they didn't. Oh, they just barely get the line anyway. She was clogged for quite some time, so the missing beams weren't hitting anything.
Nikhyuga time walk into the lift. The mom is up on Void. Okay, now it's down. It's getting healed a lot, doesn't matter. Too much damage. Level 3 Lunar Blessing. A bunch of nukes. Of course, there's the one downside with this build. Kinda has to go Shadow Blade. I think that's almost required on Safe Lane Voids. Which means that he has no health items unless he immediately goes for Silver Edge. Which might actually be the play here. I think he either goes like what you call it, Shadow Blade BKB, or he just goes for the straight Silver Edge. Because he needs stats after the Shadow Blade. Or just the ability to live.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
Just the BKB offers. I think could definitely kill him here with the finger, but Luna's gonna make it a little difficult.
If they lose the clock,
Okay.
was gonna go
Definitely
for it.
worth chronoing. Unfortunate his teammates ran into it.
Pick her off anyway.
Yeah.
Now Phoenix decided to play aggressively. Rubik was still on Fire Spirits.
They have Super Earn on Phoenix. I think it's actually pretty big.
That's really fast.
Are you playing GMTD?
No, we're casting an LD2L game.
Tower has looked better.
Oops.
Oops. Yeah, I'll play later with you though, dude, if you want to come play.
Are there any other games?
I've been playing Roche Pit Champs as well. Yeah, no, I think this offers a lot of damage though, Spirit Vessel.
Yeah.
Like the other option I guess was like Veil. Wow. Oh, mid-blink animation.
Yeah, what a pause.
Yeah, the option's Veil for like additional damage, but this one's a little more consistent. It's used on people, as opposed to using Veil and then landing your spells. Right, Void is deep, Eclipse is up, Rubik lives with like 10 health. Little unfortunate.
Kind of unnecessary risk to try to go for that kill.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I think it was definitely too risky.
Structures are fortified.
He can just farm his jungle with his Battle Fury until he gets his Shadow Blade, and then he can try being a little more aggressive, maybe.
Big play mid.
Yeah, I mean, the Void's down.
There's the egg though. Oh wow. They at least take Luna with them.
They can probably get Spirit Breaker. I mean, by that I mean Phoenix. He needs to use Spirit Vessel. If he used Spirit Vessel, he'd be dead. And completely ruins my point about that item being really good damage for Phoenix early, because he just didn't fucking use it. Yeah, that would have been a dead Spirit Breaker.
Sometimes it's hard to press all the buttons.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Alright, we got Tranquil Boots on Spirit Breaker. What are your thoughts?
I do that sometimes when I'm fifth. If I'm a fifth position Spirit Breaker, I like it. But it's kind of pointless, I think, if you go earn.
Dire's top tower
Like
is
you already.
falling.
That's the reason. In the rare occasions that I end up on fifth position Spirit Breaker, and my fourth position goes earn, I go Tranquil Boots, so I have the regen. Like if you're gonna buy earn anyway, you already have regen from that. You just get brown boots or treads if you need to tank up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire snow fortified their
Like it's
structures.
conceptually okay, but I think it's a bit of a waste of money. This
Dire's
game
middle tower has
and
fallen.
most
Yeah.
games.
I usually just stick to the brown boots myself.
Looks like he's going. He's got all his items like laid out here.
Dire's
Going
middle
for Echo
tower
next.
is
Super
Spirit
Urn
Rust.
into Echo Saber into some form of.
It looks like Dire
I guess
fortified their
halberd?
structures.
I don't like Echo Saber.
Something
Yeah,
better
me
than
neither.
Dire's middle
If Offlane Spirit Breaker ever came back, it'd probably be core on him, but support Spirit Breaker is like, waste.
not much
Nikki
good
does get his
happening
Shadow Blade
to
delivered.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Charges all the way through there. Chrono, yeah, Chrono's up. Okay.
Fine Kruger.
Alright, so they kind of just trade ults there. Dustfinger hooks in beautifully. I think Kruger's dead anyway, though. He's taking so much damage already. He just needed a right click there. Like he kind of he tried to run away when he was guaranteed to die. If he had just turned around and like right clicked the co-op a couple times, or the Spirit Breaker if he wanted the safe kill, they definitely could have killed one of them. That was kind of just a symphony of misplays from both teams, I think.
Yeah, that fight was pretty awkward, and then they only lost Luna. Okay.
Like both teams just kind of used all their spells very funny. Like Spirit Breaker had a really nice charge all the way through the team. But then he was just kind of alone on the wrong side of the team with his own. Yeah, he was on like the wrong side of the enemies with his own team, not doing anything.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, Luna was stuck in Chrono, and then
Luna used Eclipse at a honestly very strange time, and then Void ended up chronoing. If he had just Shadow Bladed away and then come back with Chrono, that probably would have been better. But it was kind of awkward. I don't think he expected the Eclipse. Hey, Spirit Breaker actually has a Songe, so I assume he's going Halberd,
Worthy tribute.
which is fine. Halberd is incredibly good against OD.
yeah, that's definitely.
Void is
the
going
item.
for the BKB, which makes it not as good against him because he just BKBs as he Chronos. I think the BKB's the right item here. I think.
Yeah, because he's
I
got
don't
like
think-
Quap has Orchid finished,
Yeah.
and Puck has a silence that's not even targeted. So those are those two things he has to.
And there's just so many nukes. I don't think, like, he has no stats. That's kind of annoying. But at this point, buying some stats through like a Silver Edge or something isn't gonna be enough. Like they'll still be able to nuke you through an additional 4 health or whatever. Just needs the magic immunity.
Fuck you, Adrian. Piece of shit.
Wow.
Ow.
Are you streaming this, or you guys just?
Yeah, I am.
And that means we can
Wow.
clip it.
Potato.
Luna has her BKB. Which,
This game feels a lot slower than last game. Like,
feels a lot slower than it should be. Like, everything that happens is just super clunky. Like, I don't know. It's probably what, like, you'd expect out of an LD2L league, but it's not what I've been seeing in past weeks, I think. Like, this
Yeah,
is like the clunkiest game I've seen so far.
This like kind of happens with Mickey sometimes. Like he'll have a plan in game 1, and they'll execute it for like half of the game, and then something goes wrong and they end up losing, and then like the next game is just like people running
Free-for-all.
around for the rest of the game. Right? It's just it feels uncoordinated. It feels weird, and then maybe someone gets farmed, maybe they don't.
It's like both teams gonna feel like it though. Maybe not so much a lack of a plan from Dire, but just really weird spell use.
I got a lot of like unusual pauses, I guess. Okay, Nikhyuga having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, he's restarted Dota by the looks of it. Nikhyuga is now playing Dota.
So Clockwork has 4 staff finished, I believe. He's getting a Sanj next and turning that into a halberd. Pretty good against Luna as well. She's really the only right clicker on that team. Well, no, Quap is too actually. Quap can right click nowadays.
Quap's always been able to right click.
True, but there was a time when we would see like Orchid Ags and just run around killing people with Sonic Wave. I think that's a lot less common.
It's like
nowadays.
this for safe lane build, you go like Axe AC or whatever it was. Yeah, it's definitely more common to be right clicky now with the talents.
Solo
Hit
Chrono onto Quap.
the chrono off. That's fine. I don't know about that egg.
Egg used a little early.
The solo chrono on the Quap was definitely worth it. They actually, the BKB ult used on Luna even, just because the clock was like on her.
Yeah, I heard the BKB and I couldn't figure out where it was.
The Void's in this, they have no detection, he's just gonna re-engage on this Luna. It's looking very, very good for Radiant. Like insanely good. They can just go high ground actually. 60, 48 seconds.
Pausing again, is having some technical difficulties. Now this is how you win the game against Nikhyuga's team. You DDoS him.
You DDoS them?
Then,
Is that the play? The admin approved play.
and then when he can't play, you just win the game.
That was okay. When I say after further inspection here, I'm not sure if it's actually Dire being clunky with their spells. I think it's literally just Luna. When
Yeah,
rethinking this
got
over,
a nice
the puck has
4-9 dream
been
portal.
getting coils the whole game quite well. I
Yeah.
feel like the other three have kind of just been doing fine. And then Luna's like missed half her eclipses, if not more.
I was super confused because like I heard the BKB and I heard the eclipse, but like she wasn't anywhere near the fight that was happening.
Yeah, so Clock hooked her bottom, she BKB'd and began to fight him. Then he began to run away, so she ulted, but then he just fogged her.
Oh,
Then she began to run away.
I see.
And then Mousehero queued up to the high ground, she began shrining. He just shadow bladed, so he couldn't hit her anymore. And then they killed her. There's a Shiva's on the Phoenix now. His Phoenix is now tanky. He's got a health item, good strength gain, and an armor item. Yeah, he's actually the highest level on his team. There's usually an XP talent, right? Oh, he didn't even take the XP talent. He's just the highest level on his team. Highest level in the game, actually. Yeah, this Phoenix was a little slow at first, like to act, but once he got going, he is going. Wait, who even is the Phoenix?
I can't remember what his normal name is. People keep changing their names in game, and then I don't remember who they are. But check his Steam profile, I guess. Oh, it's Cool Haxer. Okay.
Oh, okay. I was trying to remember who the last person on his team was.
But his new name just doesn't resemble the old one at all.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've had and everything. I just didn't look. Kind of like my names, except I guess he also keeps the same profile picture. His profile picture is just not having one though.
It's a bold strategy.
Is this 4-staff coming? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's had that on the way for a while.
Yeah, I think he's had that for a couple minutes.
we've got Nilseps sharing the insight. Don't draft no stun lineups. That's the worst idea.
Wow. Well, that's also said don't buy wand on Medusa. SMH. That's her report.
I did hear something about someone talking about not buying, or suggesting to not buy wand on cores. I thought that was a little weird. It's a really good item.
Swaps. I'm sure that's wrong, actually.
Yeah, I feel like it was wrong as well.
Considering every actual core player better than Nicelabs have told me the opposite. Just a fair few people.
Alright, do we want some spoiler results of the other series?
Yeah, hook me up, hook me up.
Yeah, we got Poxy with the 2-0 over Anasun.
Wow. And some without Marshall or Kobe, right?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Did
I believe the TK
the
game
Brune series already happen?
Oh yeah, man, you missed out. The Brune series was
Was that when Sergeant Rage quit?
Yeah, after that series.
Okay. Was it after? Okay, I wasn't sure if it was after or before.
That was after. Very upset about losing to Miracle's Troll Warlord, so he complained about lava for a bit and then left the Discord.
Wow.
Well, this pause is going on for some time now.
It's kind of the awkward thing where I think no one actually times pauses, because why would you? And then it goes on for a while, and it's like, oh wait, maybe we should have.
Okay, cool.
Seems very likely that Metaphor is gonna slash their way into.
It does. They really turned around their 0-4 start. And
Battens with the rigged FAs, SMH.
Yeah, maybe. It seems like the team synergy has improved greatly.
Wow, putting the pressure on the captain? Badman.
Oh, I'm saying we unpause automatically. If they want to pause,
Bam,
then they
bam, bam.
It's better than they can choose to unpause, but no one's pause time is
True.
counted.
I should probably make a plan for Seal tonight.
Our
What am I
plan is
playing?
our games got moved to Tuesday.
Oh, what? I wish my games were moved to Tuesday. Are you playing?
We're
Are
playing
you
Waifu's
playing?
team.
Wait. Oh, never mind then. Huh. I wonder what's going on
everyone's
this
gonna be
weekend.
Excited about games getting delayed.
I know Truck couldn't show up. So, like, Satan Luke match was either getting rescheduled or someone standing in for Truck, which Luke is afraid of.
Yeah, nobody could stand in for Truck.
Uh-oh.
He's irreplaceable.
Yeah, let me look up who we're playing. Oh, that's right. We're playing SSD. I hope Oblivion Knight doesn't show up again.
It's just disappeared. Alright, looks like Blind Killer also 2-0'd TK. But they had a little bit of an issue where Elusive got disconnected in the first game. So I guess they had to finish that one without him, and they got a sub for him in game 2.
Hey, who did they end up getting as a sub off the lobby before they figured it out? I think they were gonna use like Brave Toaster if you okayed it or something.
Yep, they got a Toaster for it. Oh, we're back.
Wow. Well, oh yeah, they go high ground, go high ground, go high ground, go high ground. Please go high ground. If they don't go high ground,
So this is the worst thing about long pauses, right? Everyone forgets what was going on in the game.
yeah, I forget. Okay, no, they're going high ground. They're going high ground. They're just waiting for the creep wave. Yeah, no, that's actually like the worst thing. It always happens to me. They either like force out a Luna buyback or they force out a Rex. Nah, maybe not Rex, but T3 at least.
Puck just keeps spamming the wave, maybe. And they don't get anything. Easy.
Smash. Alright, they're out, they're out. Maybe they don't have the building damage to pull it off. Maybe it's too risky.
Well, they just, their creeps kept dying.
Yeah. Yeah, they couldn't actually do any damage, I think, within that time span.
Alright, BKB finished for Mickey. He's going Butterfly next.
Going Glimmer on Lion? Not sure if I like that.
Yeah, the fade time is, what, 2 seconds? It's long enough that you probably still take a bunch of damage from Eclipse.
Oh, it's like okay against their team. I just feel like you'd rather go Blink.
Yeah, Blink is a very nice item. Alright, well, Krugeran's got his Blink Dagger finished as well. He's working on Yule's next.
Huh, I don't like that.
I don't like that either. I don't think that's the item for OD. I can tell he's worried about silences, but like that's why you just get a BKB.
Yeah, it's by BKB. Yeah, I don't like that item at all. I don't think anything about that synergizes with his kit. I'd rather see a Manta than a Yule's, honestly. I like how they dust like 2 feet outside the pit and then walk in. It's a real new definition of dusting into the pit. Cersei's gonna run up, place this ward, which will immediately be seen.
Alright, they're grouping up. Quap blinks forward.
They don't. Okay, they do have vision. They can just get a big chrono up here. Hopefully they pinged out there's a sentry ward there. Young Mouse might walk into it.
And there's a sentry ward on
Ooh,
high
the
ground.
blink into self-astral.
We've seen that one before.
All the time. By just about every OD player. He's gonna try and just finish the Roche. He knows they're backing off. They still need to be very careful. I think they can probably do this though.
Spirit Breaker charging past Roche, actually.
It's probably clever. I assume that was intentional, in which case it's clever.
Probably, yeah.
But his team's all backing off, so it's fairly pointless. Like, Puck's nowhere to be seen. And Puck is a large part of their Roche fight, I think. Yeah, Young Mouse is just getting this.
And now there's no Spirit Breaker, so they just...
He's walking up there. No, they have Sentry. Maybe it just doesn't care. Yeah, they have sentries everywhere now. Calf is just there.
Radiant's bottom
It's just
tower's
gone.
got
Fuck is
problems.
also
Gone.
takes the bottom through too though.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Okay. So high ground's a lot easier this time. Chrono's back up. If they can like get a good chrono and just kill people and then take stuff. Okay, I don't understand how this Phoenix is so overleveled. Maybe all 4 cores are just underleveled or something, but he's just rich.
Alright, there's the Eclipse. Astral right away.
It's just hitting the creep wave.
Deep
Right.
egg. Chrono on the
Egg's
3.
good. Egg's very good.
Yeah, very nice. Puck comes in, or Pop comes in from behind and kills OD.
Not much good's happening
But
to
Aegis is
Radiant's
still up.
bottom tower. Radiant's
Spirit Breaker's split pushing bottom.
Alright.
Dire's middle barracks have fallen.
Kinda weird.
That's just cold.
It's like Nikki's gonna BKB.
That is, like it forced the OD buyback. That's kind of cool. He got a T3. That's kind of cool, but I'm sure he could have done a lot more work in his own base with that halberd and his ults.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow, Sentry Ward dies out right as he goes on him. That is, like, if Puck or Quap wanted to make that play, fine. I think.
Like, Puck was down there and then he was like, okay, it's actually time to defend and take me back.
Radiant's top
So,
tower
yeah.
has looked
Spirit
bad.
Breaker I think also needed to go with him.
Very bizarre.
They did get the consolation kill on Lion and Phoenix. They had Dream Coil catch him, and they both like tried to use a mobility spell to get out, and both of them died when the tether snapped.
Good lord. Feels bad. They still have Vegas. They should probably just immediately go as soon as Phoenix up. It's unfortunate so many people there died from Radiant and not Dire, but in the end they did get the racks without giving up Aegis, so a win. He's committed to this Yules on OD, which I still hate.
Quap
After
also has a
thinking about it.
use that I don't really like.
I think Yules is good on Quap. It actually like synergizes with her kit. Maybe it's not the best item this game. Like in general, I think it is a good item.
I always try to avoid it, personally. I feel like it doesn't solve any of her problems right now.
I'm not sure it's very good this game. Like in general, it's a way to potentially ensure your blink hits cancel. It's a lot of mana regen on a hero that early has mana regen problems, so
It is,
maybe
it is
this
nice
late it's
mana
not that
regen,
big of a
but
deal.
She did get it after Orchid and Veil, so it wasn't like a fast Yules or anything. It was just like
Yeah.
I mean, it was like she thought she needed it for something to go back for it at this point.
Yeah,
just
no,
rather
I think if
things.
you were gonna get it just for its general use, you'd get it earlier instead of something. Yeah, it's a bit weird. It doesn't do as much this game. There's nothing like a charge or a channel that she really needs to cancel. There's no like debuff to remove. I guess maybe actually maybe time dilation, dispel it and then blink. They can land the summon here.
But she's still alive.
Yep. All thanks to Yules. What the?
I guess so. You know?
All thanks to the Spirit Breaker Halberd, I think.
Yeah.
Spirit Breaker's still dead. That's okay. Eclipse is popped kind of strangely again.
OD Yules saving him. Tether immediately activated. Clock ult gets clockwork, I guess.
You still have Egg up. And now it's down. You need to attack earlier on the Void, I think. Just like fight with the Aegis. Potentially get bashes, save the egg. OD's dead. This OD's accomplishing like nothing. Man, so you either fight earlier or you don't fight at all on Faceless. Kind of Shadow Blade and then re-engaged when the egg died. That was a really bad fight. This OD's not doing anything. Like this game. He like, kind of gets a few attacks off. Then he dies.
So OD's not a great recovery farmer, right? So it's if you're not coming out of your lane ahead in CS, then it's kind of tough. Or like ahead in kills. And then he got Blink kind of late, and then he got Yules, which just delays items that he actually needs to be dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Worthy tribute.
Maybe they just could have used the Aegis actually just to farm a BKB on him instead of Yules. But once he committed to the Yules, doesn't even matter. Quap's level 25 now. Void's only level 22. Yeah, she got a ton of XP from that fight. She takes the fear.
Definitely the better talent.
Good.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I think Dire are in a very good position to win this game now.
I agree. I agree. I think that a lot of their play, I mean the early game obviously was just the draft, but like a lot of their play seems to revolve around just like playing patiently, extending the game, and then eventually just having all their items first and winning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean Mickey's still leading on network, but
He's all they have though.
yeah, exactly. I don't think he by himself can do it.
Like, I kind of refer to this team as Mickey against the world in power rankings, like, semi-jokingly, but games like this, it's an unfortunate reality for this team.
Mm-hmm.
We're going for a... Oh, it's changed it to a Satanic.
I like that. Good item.
Am I just clicking on the wrong person for the Bloodthorn? Okay, just changed it.
Quap's gonna get Shiva's next.
He's gonna need MKB though, eventually, for his Luna Butterfly.
Yeah, true. He still has a little bit of time.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't commit to the Satanic beforehand, I think. MKB in general is just good on Void too, I think. Spirit Break top. Catch him with the head. Hex. He's dead.
Krugerrand
And
trying to secure the kill.
there. Like, if you're gonna do that, at least wait till he's low enough to die from it.
Yeah.
Time is money.
Can you blade up on Puck? It's also going Shiva's guard next.
Yeah, they have a lot of ways to deal with Void now. They have a Halberd, they have an E-Blade. Even have the Yules on Quap. Like, Void has to commit his BKB now to kill things in Chrono. Because pretty much anyone from their team can just stand on the edge of it and stop him from attacking if he doesn't. Alright, they're going to maybe wrap around on this Quap. Get the Chrono off.
There's the
That
E-blade.
was a Kruger Yules.
It was,
Catch.
just set it up.
Could have
There we
just
go.
used
That
his
was the
W.
item. Got Eclipse activated.
Egg gets off. Should pop.
That was in a pretty good position.
Yeah.
But
Puck goes down. Odie's super low though.
it's
There's
really
no more
only
BKB on
left.
Void. Void kind of had a really awkward BKB use. He got E-Bladed in the Chrono and then he popped it to get like the last hit, and then the remaining duration he just kind of ran around unable to hit people. Yeah,
He's
it's
going Atos to follow up his Yule's Scepter.
this OD build is atrocious, I think.
Yeah, I mean Atos is another good OD item, but now is really not the time for it.
Okay, he switched to BKB, that's better. So also, he took multiplier over strength. I'm not sure if that's the play either.
Yeah, in this game, it's kind of tough, I think, to...
Like, they have 3 intelligence heroes. I think he just won the strength to survive and get stacks.
Yeah, he took 200 health at level 10 as well, so he's already, like, kind of in the survivability boat.
Like, he's not building this hero to get stacks from his Q. Like, the Yules doesn't help him get stacks 2 of his talents don't really help him get stacks. Which is like, I think that's the whole point of the hero. You hit people with your Q, you get stacks, and then they either die or you ult. And then they die.
Yep. Butterfly finished for Luna.
And then early Atos can do that, because you just pin him down and hit him, but a late Atos doesn't do that.
Yeah, I mean it's a late Atos, and usually like when people pick up the Atos, they don't have the Hurricane Pike and the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, but he's not going for that anymore, so I guess it's a little pointless for me to bring up. But the Eagle's still like so iffy. Right, Spirit Breaker walks out, happens to catch the smoke. By catch, I mean die. It's gone Blade Mail over Echo Saber. I like that.
Same. So we tanked the gank. That's always good.
Kind of would have preferred like Solar Crest, I think. Neither the Void nor the OD have any form of Tree Strike, so I think if he goes Solar Crest over Blade Mail, it does more. It's whatever. It's definitely better than a whatchamacallit. Whatever he was going before. You know, Quap heals the Void. Doesn't really matter. Lion Finger's there. Oh, there's the BKB again. If he doesn't get anyone with BKB, it's another wasted BKB. I don't know if he was like scared of something coming from the high ground or what, but I do not think time is on the side of Radiant. Doing that makes the game last longer. He's committed to the Satanic now. Considering they have so many ways to stop him attacking, I'm not really sure it's gonna do anything. Like Satanic, E-Blade, Halberd, multiple sources of evasion now with the Butterfly and the Halberd.
Yeah, so he really needs to have MKB here. But it's tough going up against the Disarm and the Heal Scepter, I guess, and E-Blade.
Like if he pops Satanic and doesn't have his BKB available, they can just stop. Maybe it'll work.
Charging Phoenix bottom. But
Sees the Void backs up.
Yeah. Let's see. So Clockwork is still really poor. He's almost got his own Halberd.
Yeah, I would like to see. I think Series maybe take the gold per minute this game. Considering how behind the support duo is.
Oh, on mine? Yeah.
Yeah. The finger damage is still very good. And offers more burst in Chrono, but Blink on her would be fantastic. Alright, the Void has his stuff back up.
Let's finish Satanic, he's level 25 now.
Doesn't take anything, it takes the AoE. It's probably the way to go.
I'm definitely not a believer in backtrack.
In general, I think the AoE is better. I'm just wondering if maybe in a specific game. Backtrack, I don't think so though.
Yeah, it's always possible if you have a lot of little damage instances, then it does give you, you know, whatever that works out to, 20% more EHP, or 33%, I can't remember, but
It should just be 25.
I'd have to do the math later.
If you're assuming it blocks perfectly, it would just be 25.
But your EHP is like 1 over, like 1 minus, or whatever, so it's like 1 over 3/4. So you end up gaining 33% EHP.
No idea. Okay, they've gotten a charge up onto Krugerrand.
There's no one here to
Got the
follow.
ult off as well. Who even has the Atos? Oh, OD did go Atos over BKB. Ugh. Big
Chrono
Chrono
on top of the
onto
egg.
the egg.
Poor people.
Very nice, very nice.
OD ult.
The Phoenix actually took the stun duration on the Supernova. which I don't think you'd normally do, but comboed with the Void, it's very strong.
Yeah.
Like you saw after that chrono ended, they were still stunned for like 2 seconds.
Big play from Radiant there.
He isn't going for the supernova hit counts. Shh, I'm not wild about. I guess if you're just like we either get it in the chrono or we lose, then yeah, it's better. But the supernova hit count's pretty insane, I think. Phoenix running for his heart. Eh. Almost would. I really like Ags on Phoenix. I think I almost would have rather seen that, but Heart's fine. He's really hard to kill, and he can E at will.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that because like
He's taking the talent to combo with it.
Who do you, oh, he took the talent. Oh, okay. I was like, who do you like?
What? Oh, I meant to go with the heart.
Oh, okay. Because who do you bring into Chrono with you?
Anyone
bring it to Egg
low.
with you. Sorry. I guess, but like, if it's OD or Void, then like your team's not doing anything, and you probably die anyway.
It'd have to be like a support. Okay, they are actually getting on the rocks here. They don't win if they get this rocks. Is one thing to note, I think.
Do kill Mickey. Good
He
combination.
wasn't able to get his Satanic off and hit things. Phoenix can escape maybe. OD can escape maybe.
Yeah, OD escapes as well. So they got 2 lanes of racks in there. Super creeps in base. So Radiant can't really afford to keep chasing. They have to clean up their building problems.
I think Puck's on it.
Maybe this guy's got egg
Phoenix has
available.
egg actually.
Yeah. Just uses egg, big stun.
Big spike. Yeah.
Barely doesn't make it. But
I mean, if you had the level 25, maybe Ags on top of it would have definitely could have gotten that golf. Oh, that is not the buyback, I think. Did Luna buyback?
Nope, that was a Void buyback. I
No,
think
I
he
just
needed
mean
that
in
buyback.
general.
Oh,
I was gonna say if Luna bought back and then he like was trying to immediately kill the Luna and Chrono, then okay, maybe it's worth it.
nope,
Otherwise, that was not the buyback.
She did not buy back, so.
Yeah.
Bloodthorn is available on Quap. Spearbreaker going for Ags next. Which I think is more of a meme item, but
It's not terrible.
it's not bad, yeah. Still, AoE Bash is just kinda... not funny sounding, I suppose.
I would have rather seen a more impactful item. Like a Hex. Or Nullifier even.
Yeah, I think Nullifier is the item.
Maybe even just like an AC.
Puck opting for
Pop's
Dream
going
Coil
on.
Rapid Fire, which I think is
That is
just an
not
awful talent.
It's definitely not the play.
I don't think I've ever seen it like have any impact.
Like, I've seen the most perfect Puck build for that talent, and it's still not do enough.
Yeah, I think you just take the GPM and then
So
you get a free
Puck
Dig 5, and then you like,
with
just murder people.
Daedalus, Drow Aura, Bloodthorn. I think Ags on top of that. Still not making good use of it. It either doesn't do anything or it does something and then you just walk out of it. Then it stops doing anything. Especially with this Puck, like, this Puck has so much room for items. Like, you could replace that bottle with the Dagon 5
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
be very strong.
So we got a Radiant Smoke. They run up towards Roshan.
Yeah, they're gonna take the Roche. They have no buyback on Mickey, so this is pretty important, I think.
Yeah. What do you think he replaces? Satanic with Aegis?
Probably Battle
Charge?
Fury, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess Battle Fury is pretty good too.
Maybe. His
I actually
does
don't know
a lot of damage.
I don't know which does more for him.
Maybe even Shadow Blade? I don't know. I don't know. Probably, I guess Satanic. Maybe Satanic.
Fight starts outside
Just
the
wants the
pit.
damage. As long as OD doesn't just like die here, they're happy.
Roche is almost finished. Odie saves Phoenix. Finger used on.
He's dropped his boots.
Oh, the Yules!
Agony's trying to steal it. He fails.
To get the hook shot.
He's actually gonna die for this.
There's a Quap with 10 HP and he goes on someone else instead.
He's trusting in the clock's battery assault to kill her. It did in the end, but that was a very risky play. They're very greedy.
Yeah, jeez. I was nervous. There's still a cheese on the ground, or did someone pick it up?
Oh no, clock got it.
Okay. Alright, there we go. He's got enough for his blade mail finished as well. They catch the Luna.
Double kill.
Okay, Young Mouse pops Satanic and then misses 2 attacks in a row, so it doesn't do anything. It's pretty funny. I think they just won though. That's the only buyback. They haven't taken the T2, so they're just gonna go for Throne.
Yeah, nothing gonna stop them here.
Dire's
Yeah.
middle tower is
Easily Luna ain't gonna do anything.
But see, this is how it goes, right? Game 1, Mickey has a plan, and they execute it, and then somehow it just falls apart and they lose. And then game 2, like, kind of run around, and then they just, like, pull together.
Has
the
Mickey
right
ever
fights.
gone 1-1 though? I don't think he has.
I thought he did.
He ever
earlier.
gone 2 or 2-0.
is under attack.
I thought they did earlier,
Just making
but
I believe he's
it's
never
not.
gone 1-1.
This was their 1-1 then.
Yeah. Good fights. OD build kind of worked out in the end, so I guess props for that, even though I'm sure objectively it was terrible.
There were a lot of like weird things that looked like they were kind of working out for a moment.
He was somehow able to just kind of hit people with the Atos, despite being ultra killable. He was getting initiated on, and then he was Yule sceptering himself into Wing himself into blinking out, and then Atos right clicking someone, and them just not going on him. I don't know. It was kind of clunky from both sides. The Luna play was super clunky throughout the whole game, I think. Which was kind of unfortunate. But yeah. Puck talent actually didn't matter because the game didn't last long enough.
True, true.
I actually argue that the Dreamcoat Rapids Fire is better when the game ends in 2 minutes, but maybe not when you lose in 2 minutes.
Well, sure, yeah. I mean, it'll have more impact in 2 minutes for sure, but long term, I don't know.
Questionable. Yeah, that was a really interesting game. Mickey versus the world. Not to shit on his team or anything. Like, I think the Phoenix played incredibly well. I think Kid is always like it kind of relies on Mickey. I think a lot of these games, but his team always like is there to do exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, they back him up, play around him.
Yeah, like he got good chronos off. They dumped all their Phoenix shit into it, and boom, everything dies.
The Chrono AoE just enough to catch 4 people.
Yeah, Chrono AoE definitely the talent every single game.
Yeah, I agree.
Reconfirmed in my heart. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Alright, thanks, Claire.
G.